All right, welcome to another session of Dojo with Dada. And as I am talking to you, today is probably the next day, which is I'm not sure what is the number count. I missed the count. Is it session number 19, right? So we have almost like
19.
yeah. So we have 19. We are going to be going more than 60 plus weeks, and we are not even you know started. So this session is going to be a very powerful session because the first thing that I'm going to give it to you guys is a small gift. Now let me tell you, today there was a person who was a very close friend of mine, and we were trying to talk to another gentleman. He was supposed to be the prospect, and he was not able to close. And guess what? The objection was a different kind of an objection. And this is so much connected to today's session because today also we are going to learn about an objection handling sequence, which is typically called as being obsolete. And I would like to share you certain pointers that exactly using a particular kind of a technique, by using some few back-to-back relay questions, I was able to close this deal for my friend. Uh, More than a friend, he was a kind of a business associate with me. And I have still no idea how much is the deal size. And this was something which was a crazy stuff. Okay, I think the deal might be somewhere around 5 to 10 lakh rupees, I guess. And the commodity that he was doing was more of services in terms of print and design element and all those things. So how much time did it take? It has taken typically less than 7 to 8 minutes. That's all, 7 to 8 minutes. And this is only possible because I structured these questions mentally before I went and spoke about this. So everything was done over a conference call. Please understand, this is a new way of things that you might have not practiced. Okay, this is something which is I think I can do it later, but conference based kind of thing. So you have somebody who is connecting to the prospect, and he is typically the call setter. That can be the client, that can be the client's team, that can be anything, and you are on the other side just positioning yourself as a part of his company. And he very politely introduced me that he is also one of the active members. And he introduced me, in fact, as a client. So it was like a client closing for a prospect. So I utilized these same techniques, and I would like to share you these techniques out there. Um, so there are somewhere around like five or four pointers are there. So this is the first part, and just to give you, the tip of an iceberg. So he just messaged me. Unfortunately, that is what is stuck. I'm not able to show it to you. He just messaged me. The deal went through exactly at 6:30 p.m. tonight, and he has got the first ever of the advance, and voila, boom. So this was only possible. So I'm not able to show you the screen, unfortunately, because of I don't know why it is not replicable. I mean, populating out. So that is one thing. So here is my one thing. If you use this 4-point step, if you use the same 4-point step exactly the way I'm telling you, this is a real proof that it's going to be working amazing. The the problem might be anything, but it typically boils down to only one thing, according to me, and it is called money. Yes or no? Whatever is the thing. At the end of the day, when it comes to money, everyone has a different dimensions to talk about it. Yes or no? Just give me a high five. All right. So here is what we are going to learn about it. I'm going to give you a plan, okay? A structured plan. I'm going to show you the plan. So we will start with this money objection, and then we'll go to today's objection. So I'm going to do our 2-level things, and I'm just adding some more value to this. So look at the screen, and okay, just 1 second. I don't know why somehow my screen is not visible. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Chances are there that there might be a relay of objections, and there might be multiple ways to close the deal. So the objection started with a guarantee. I mean, do you guarantee that this is going to be working? So more of it looks like everything connected to today's session, and today's session is all about the objection, which is called as will it become obsolete? So the same thing happened here. So today I'm going to give you 10 different dimensions of thinking of how the prospect is going to think when he says, will it become obsolete or not? Okay. So I'm going to talk about these 10 dimensions. Okay. And people who are watching this video, if you need a copy of this free PDF, please type in the season number. Today's season number is 19. And we are talking about the objection called as, will it become obsolete? So coming to this point, the first point is called as, how do you keep up with the industry changes? Okay. So this is something where technically the person is not talking about money. The person is in a kind of a different kind of a risk. And the risk is there is a continuous, improvisations, improvements, innovations are happening in the industry every day. And as I'm talking to you, the level of improvements and improvisations have increased drastically in the last few years because of the advancement of software, technology, AI, and many so many things. Yes or no? So that's where they're technically asking you, what if tomorrow this is not working and there is something else? Now, this is something which is a nightmare for people who are in IT, who are in automation, who are in AI, or any kind of application-based things, or including even machines and embedded technologies. So most of it, this is a risk of disruption. Risk of disruption. What if there is something better comes in? What if you are not connected with that? So if this is not working. Now here is my simple example with the same guy. How many of you guys know that probably around 5 to 10 years, maybe around 15 years back, the language that all our IT people were learning was called C. C, then C++, then Java, then Python, then King Cobra, then I don't know, Doberman, something will be there. Yes or no? Right? Everywhere it is changing. Now the guy who has spent so much of time, energy, money to learn that particular language, it is gone. Yes or no? Think about me. When I started my first company, I spent a huge amount of money to learn about Corel Draw. Now Corel Draw, before Corel Draw, there was something called as Adobe Photoshop. Now Adobe Photoshop to Corel Draw, there was a big transition. Corel Draw to something else. Today, unfortunately, there is one company which is killing this market, which is called Canva. Are you guys with me? So you see the guy, I've seen there were animation studios, Animaster, Animax, and many other such kind of companies, which were people used to go in a swarm. Yes or no? One day, boom, not there. Are they with me? So it's got obsolete. And today, let me tell you, there are some systems, if you can give certain text, the entire video, entire animation, everything can be done. Okay, so that is not the scope that I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, Corel Draw was a rocket science, I'm understanding. Yeah, and the same thing. When I started learning first time about the web designing, we had to use something called as Dreamweaver. Unfortunately, let me tell you today, if you want to create a website, you can do it in minutes. Okay, there are so many website AI tools are there, you can do a minute. So there was no need for learning this UI, UX development on this. I'm not saying not required, but it is not required. It's obsolete. So many times, people who are purchasing such kind of software, so are getting an admission into this, looking at a career profile, they are also thinking of what will happen tomorrow if this does not work or it becomes obsolete. So it is not the problem of the company. It is not the problem of the product. It is not the problem of the process, service, after sales, but there is a threat. What if the industry rejects this particular output? The same thing happens with machinery also. The same thing happening with packaging, retail, and many other services. That particular model becomes obsolete. Yes or no? Okay. Now let me ask you this question. There was a company in automobile called as Ambassador. Hello. And Ambassador was designed by a company called as Hindustan Motors. Unfortunately, Ambassador is still there in some of the parts of Mumbai, Kolkata, and even in Chennai, but the company is gone. So there is no after sales. It's obsolete. It is not allowed. And there's some design elements. Some of the machines, they are not allowed after a certain period of time. What if there is a new proposal from the government? What if there are new pollution rules that an entire factory might be taken as an obsolete? Yes or no? Are you guys getting this? So there are so many different dimensions are there. Now, let me talk about hospitality industries, packaging industries. There are some experts who are there into cloud storage and many other things. Now there are many kind of things are there which are going to go to the next level. Now everyone thought that, okay, I can probably build a house and start my PG or accommodation facility or service apartment. The new disruption came was OYO. Then the next one is called as Airbnb. And now there is something else where you can rent out somebody else's building also. Yeah. And there are so many things out there nowadays. There's a new company which has just came across. It's called as co-live. Okay, co-live. Co-live is a place where 2-3 people can get together inside the same apartment and they can book it and can block it. They can technically start a business out of it, and each one can put a share for that particular room or building and place. How cool! Did you get my point? So there are so much. So the old technique is gone. Now, what these guys are doing is they are creating a new dimensions of business. The old marketing techniques. I'll tell you about my life. When I started my marketing journey, there was a huge science of something called as retail market. So when you go to this big bazaar, Vishal, Megamart, DMart, and all those things, you will see there is a lot of marketing thing goes inside. What to keep in the bottom, what to keep in the top, what to be there, what not be there. I'm sure many of you guys might know that when you go to such kind of supermarkets, the entry and exit, even though they are side by side, they will not allow you to come down. You have to take the entire parikrama and you have to come out. Yes or no? Right? Then if you take the kids out there, you will see the kids' foods packets are all these things are kept on the down. And you will see the most necessary things like atta, sugar, and all these things. These are kept at a very different corner. Why? Because by the time you go there, you will be distracted with so many other things and you will pick up your things. And companies like Vishal Megamart, if you do not know, the Vishal Megamart, the trolley is 2 times bigger than the trolley of a normal hypermarket. Are you guys aware of it? Why? Because the amount of things that you put in there, it looks very small. You feel very bad, and you keep on trying to fill it up. Okay, so there are a lot of science I studied. Unfortunately, now there is something else. It's called Blinkit. Whatever you need, click it. Within 20 minutes, that fellow is going to deliver it to you. Day and night, if it is raining, if it is thunderstorm, they still run with it. Are you guys able to see the disruption? So the existing system. So if I say that, are you going to invest in a company which is starting a new retail company? My first answer is get lost, man. I want to see your face also. Hello? Are you guys able to see? It's not required. So that's why the question when people ask that will it become obsolete? The actual answer is yes. Did you get my point? You might have a fantastic service, you might have a great software, you might have a great retail, but there is something called as disruption which is going to happen. The moment you say, no, sir, it will never be obsolete, don't try to fool your customers now because they are more informed. And gone are those days that you have to search. I'll tell you how my mother searches. She takes the phone, presses the Google mic, and says, okay, how is going to be the weather day after tomorrow? Are you guys getting this? What kind of SEO you are going to do, man? By the time you put the keyword, the result is out. Today, you have got AI-based search. Today, you don't have to search anything. Let me tell you some very, very powerful thing. This session is going to be very, very powerful. On 14th of May, we are shooting this on 20th of May. Almost like 5-6 days back, there is a new version of a new application has come. I will disclose the name maybe later. Okay. It is much more powerful than ChatGPT 4.0. What is happening? Now, let's say you and a small kid is walking above the river and on the side, and suddenly the small kid says, "Hello, uncle, auntie, what is that tree?" And you have no idea about the tree. What you need to do is just take your camera, focus it on that. As long as you are focusing on that particular tree, it will give you everything. The tree name, what medicinal properties, what kind of things can be done, where it was last used, commercial value, age, might be any other things. Just imagine how cool is that. Are you guys understanding the problem? Hello? Now, if there is a mathematical problem, just take your phone towards the mathematical problem. It will exactly show you how the things has to be solved, or chemistry. It can technically show you how the molecules are going to react, or biology. Now, just imagine, I can take the scan, not even scan, the picture or the photo or the live video of the patient and the entire thing, what I should ask him, how should I react, what should be my behavior, what I should guide him, what I should ask him to get diagnosed. Hello, doctors. Hello, teachers. Hello, sales. Hello, Papa, Mummy. You will have a tough job because now your kid is going to have this amazing thing. And guys, just to give you a next point, this new software that I'm going to talk about, this has also been connected to Google Drive. It is also connected to Microsoft. And this is a new disruption in the market. So if you have a half-drawn sketch, the camera, if you just position and make it live, it will show you how to make the new strokes. Are you guys getting this? Okay. Yeah. It is also going to show you. So if you are stuck, we have got martial arts expert, and if you're stuck, this is also going to tell you what is the best thing you should do at that point of time. Should you hit or should you run or should you ask something? And what is the most smartest thing you have to do? Now, God bless you. What are you going to teach kids? Okay. So if you want to get a glimpse of this, okay, for this session, I'm going to show you all these things. Definitely in the God mode on, God mode on the subscription model that we have started. So this is going to be the demonstration on the first month in June. How crazy. Okay, this is just 6 days old, and this is what we are going to demonstrate. So team, please make a note of this. Right. So the objection was, will it become obsolete? Your first answer is, I'm not sure. And I'm definitely there is somebody, if you have designed so far, I'm sure there's new innovation things are happening. Please accept that it is going to be obsolete. Are you guys with me? Let's accept. Okay. You know, the best part is not to fight. Objection handling does not mean that you have to fight with this guy. Objection handling is like Kung Fu. It is not karate. Karate is like block, hit. Kung Fu. This guy is throwing a punch, just move out, let him go. Be smooth. It's like water. You slap the water 100 times, the water has nothing to do. Your hand's gonna pain. Yes or no? Okay, that's Kung Fu. So what you need to do? The first thing is your product is going to be obsolete? Absolutely. And when it is going to be obsolete, I have no idea. That's why we're continuously trying to improve things and improvise. But you know what? We have limited things because you, as a client, you will be continuously using certain things on a real-time basis, which I might not be doing or the company might not be doing. And hence, our company has extended these things that at any given point of time, if you are doing something innovative or you get to know something innovative, is it okay that every innovations or every new dimensions and every thinking that you're going to share, please write it back to us at innovation@companyname.com. And every time when you give it, we would be definitely looking into this and we'll be rewarding you with certain benefits and tokens and points and blah, blah. Is it a good one, sir? So this is where you are not fighting, you're just defending in a different dimensions. This is the first thing. The idea is, how do you keep up with the industry change? No, we don't do it. You are in the industry. You are the spokesperson. You are the SME, subject matter expert. You are in the industry. Please let us know what all things are there. We are open to learn from you. The moment you say this word, we are open to learn from you on anything happens. Because might be we have already solved it. Now here's the second thing. Might be we have already solved it. Might be there is already a reason. Might be there is already a solution. We do not mind investing our team, talent, energy, and our capital to incorporate those things that you wish to get it solved. Is it fair, sir? But definitely there will be some terms and conditions to it. Good one? Hello? So that is the first one. The second one is when the customer says, will it become obsolete? Typically what his meaning is, what happens when there is a new technology emerges? If there is a new technology happens, and if this is not working, then what do I do? Okay. Here, the word is, remember, vision adaptability. Please write this word. It's called vision adaptability. New technology definitely should come. Why? Because it is not just about a competitive market. Listen, guys, competitive market is an old hog word. Right now, it is an innovative, disruptive market. There is no one is looking at a competition. Everyone is trying to bring in unique concepts, unique systems, unique strategies and unique structures and ways to handle clients' objections and problems. Yes or no? Everyone wants to be unique. Why? Because uniqueness brings monopoly. I repeat, uniqueness brings monopoly. Monopoly gives you the authority. And authority is where you rule the market. So everyone is looking into that. Everyone is trying to do this. So when a customer is asking what happens when the new technology is emerging, this is the first thing is we are open to learning. We are working on this. If you talk about this, please listen. This becomes an excuse. Okay, this becomes an excuse. So here is what you are going to do. I'm going to give you the principle of 4P. Make a note, quick. I'm going to give you this 4P. The first one is called proof. Okay, proof. The second one is called as the process. The third one is called plan. And the last one is called profit. Getting me? These are called 4Ps. So let's give an example. How do you do that? Who would be my partner or my volunteer? Just raise your hand. Who can be my volunteer? Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a live demonstration to this. Okay, I need one volunteer. Quick. Who can be a volunteer? Okay, Rameshji, unmute. So we'll take your example. So you are a martial art expert, right? Just unmute yourself. Right?
Yes, DADA.
So here is the thing. Okay, for some time, imagine I am Ramesh and you are DADA, you are Amit. Okay, and if I need to talk about this, you are, I want you to tell me this word. You are teaching a very old technique that is obsolete, man. Who fights with sword and stick and all this? Fair? It is in your industry also, right? Are you there with me?
Very much.
Good. So how can you fight with an AK-47 with a small stick? So the stick is an obsolete technique, right? Are you guys able to see? I can use this technique in any kind of things. Okay, go ahead. Ring. Or probably just open up. Okay. Yes, Amit ji, bataiye. Tell me. You had some points to talk.
Yes, Ramesh. Hi, Ramesh. I've been listening that you have been teaching very traditional martial art. Can you just tell me how it is used in modern, where the weapons comes? You have been teaching very old version of martial art. Does it apply in today's new thought of process in terms of weapons? Can it be handled?
I absolutely agree with your point. I know from where you're coming in. So the truth is, no. But there is another thing, which is something that I would like to share with you. So here is one example that I would like to tell you. This lady, her name is Radha. She was attacked when she was returning from her office. Might be somewhere around the evening, around 8 or 9 o'clock. And you know what? These guys had, new tech weapons and all those things. They had a gun, in fact. But she did something with a very simple thing. She had just a handbag. And this is what she did. She used a technique of a very, very age-old jujutsu, and she was able to swap that firearm in less than a tick of a second. And not only that, here is the proof which came in newspaper as well. And she was also given the bravery award for bringing those people to the limelight, because these guys were doing all this matching in that area for quite some time. Here is the proof. Now let me tell you what she exactly did. So if anyone is coming alone, so there are a couple of things that you have to do. Okay. So the first thing is you need something to have as a swinging thing, which can help you to, connect with somebody at a meter range. So in the second process, there is a technique that she used in the ancient jiu-jitsu, or this has been traditional one, where rather than getting confused, scared, there is an inbuilt confidence that has been built up and charged in such kind of a situation where there are a lot of techniques by which the body adrenaline level can be controlled or can be enhanced. Okay, some blah blah things. And this technique can be used not only by a youngster, but this can be used by even the elderly people, because that they are also a soft target. Now here is the thing. If anyone is willing to learn about this technique, there is a system by which in less than 37 days, every day if you do this practice with a certain guidance procedures, you would be in a position that you will never forget how to do this. And this is something that can help you in good health, confidence, and many other things. For how long? Till the time you are there. And what I have for you, if you have someone who you think that needs all these things, so here is a thing that I would like to tell you. We have, we are taking some 2 or 3 case studies for people who are very close. For example, you, if you want to respond or refer to somebody, let that guy join in. And just for helping us to, create this awareness, we will take your help to share and make this as a case study. And if you're joining, or if your friend has been joining within the next 24 hours, I have an amazing gift for him. I'm going to give him an entire manual of how he can or she can use these techniques, even if they are 70 years age. Boom. How many of you guys are okay with this? I use the technique, the 4P technique. Are you guys able to see the 4P technique? The first one is the proof. Second one is the process. Third one is a plan. Fourth one is
Plan.
Good. Okay.
Absolutely.
Powerful now. Right. So these are techniques that I'm going to give it to you. These techniques you can use anywhere. You can use it in your webinar, presentation, might be on any stage, conversations where there is a mass. You can use the same technique. Start with the proof. My proof, utilizing these techniques of, now look what I'm doing. Okay. Arindam used, I'm just giving an example because he's on the highest closer for this particular year. 10 crores in one single deal. This has came in multiple newspaper also, right? How many of you guys know this? So I can put this. So proof done. 95% of the objection is over. Yes or no? Proof and result, both are same thing. This takes away 95% of things. The process talks about conformity. That means I am not alone. Other people have gone through this. They have got result, and I am also eligible to get a result. Hello? The plan helps you to understand about what is the process next. How do I get enrolled? What exactly happens? And what is the benefit? And what is in for me? Good. The profit is all about the realization, the benefit into actualization. That means if you learn this technique or buy this product, what is going to happen tomorrow? How are you going to change? What are the kind of mindsets going to happen? What is your status going to be? What is your risk capacity going to be? Confidence going to be? Are you guys getting this? This is a structure. Just learning this 4P, how many of you guys are feeling very, very confident? This can use for your patients, your subordinates, your clients, your anyone. So this is a very powerful technique, and that's why join Dojo with DADA. Your life gonna change, man. I'm gonna give you some of the very powerful things. Yeah, I'm not done yet. We are just in the second point. Point number 3, when a person says, will it become obsolete? So they're trying to find out that, do you have any kind of future updates or upgrades? And here's the thing. Always the answer is definitely. I don't want you to answer yes or no, but say definitely. Definitely is a fantastic word which will save you from yes or no. Because many times the person who is discussing all these things and closing the deal, he might not be from the research team, marketing team, sales team, or not might not sales team, by the admin team also. So your answer is, you are not lying, and you are not telling the truth also. The word is called definitely. Is it a good one? Hello? Okay. So I'm also showing you how to handle such kind of an objection. Okay. That is all about your future things. So if you have an upgrade plan, you also have to tell them, yes, we do have upgrades and updates happening. Some are free updates, which will be like the necessary parts to run the system, program, and machine. But some are paid upgrades. So it is like you are buying a car. You want this kind of seat cover, sir, you have to pay extra. Yes or no? Okay. You want this kind of a horn, this kind of light, or this kind of music system. See, the company will give you something called as factory fitted. Hello? Okay. But then you have to upgrade yourself. You want the extra wheel. I have seen some people, they buy this Mahindra Thar. The company gives you a nice decent wheel. I don't know, these stupid fellows, they make a wheel which is like 3 feet long. Yes or no? Have you seen those kind of guys? And it will actually bring down the efficiency of the engine because the tire itself is so heavy. Anyways, but did you get these things? So upgrades are there. So now upgrades are of two types. One is called a standard upgrade given by the factory or given by the permissions. And there is your fancy upgrade that is by your choice. How many of you guys have seen there are some new youngsters? The first thing they will do after buying the bike is they will take off the factory fitted silencer and they will put their own fancy silencer. Have you noticed this, fellows? Hello? How many of you guys have seen these guys? I don't know what happiness they get, but let me tell you. So the standard silencers comes with a particular kind of a decibel of sound, which is allowed and permitted by the traffic whatever, things. But this fellow, actually, I have a lot of lot of love for this guy, because when this guy was a kid, no one noticed him, no one gave him the importance. And that's why, just to seek that importance, it's called significance, according to Tony Robbins. Just because to get a significance, just to get a kind of a look, oh, acha, people are looking at me, he will do all these nonsenses. Some people wear some fancy dresses. Have you seen? God bless them. Why they want to do that, God knows. This guy needs this kind of things. Good. But did you get the point? The point is future upgrades. So future upgrades are of three types. Standard upgrade. Okay. One is your own choice of upgrade and your own modifications and customizations. So there are three upgrades. One is given by the same company. One designed by somebody else, an outsider, like Chinese products. They fit into these things, right? And third one is this guy makes his own thing. He makes a helicopter out of the. Have you seen those things? Just type in Google helicopter Maruti 800. You will see this guy himself has done all these things and fan and every nonsense. There is a helicopter. So these are three kind of upgrades you can do. Upgrade by yourself. You need to also know how many of you guys have played video games? Have you played video games? So if you play video games, if you have played this, this car games and all, you need to buy the car parts. Yes or no? Engine, tire, this, that. So you have to also understand which upgrade does what at what price. I repeat. Yeah, needs for speed, nitro, all these things. The same thing with this gun guys also, right? For each gun, there is certain things you have to buy the scope, buy the silencer, buy the trigger, whatever. The purpose is with each upgrade, there is a new benefit, new feature, new benefit, and new price. So many times, the best thing is the guy who says, so do you have a future upgrade? Absolutely, sir. Definitely, sir. Here is a red card. Enjoy. So there is a friend of mine who went to buy a bicycle. So when I was a kid, the only bicycle was this one. How many of you guys remember this? Okay, nothing plastic in this. And that bicycle was so powerful. Probably in modern days, any scooter with bangs with that bicycle, the scooter will be, torn apart. Now, this guy went to buy a latest design bicycle. Let me tell you, he got 2 wheel and 1 chassis. Even seat cover also he has to buy. Even the handle also you have to, even the bell. And I said, at least give something that I can balance. I mean, I need a seat also, right? The seat also you have to buy. Yes or no? Yeah, the stand, the seat, okay, bell, light, whatever you want to decorate out there. So these are accessories. Point number 4. When client says, will it become obsolete? So technically what he's trying to do is, how long is the solution expected to last? Did you get my point? Okay, I'm buying this. Okay, so this has happened with one of my known person again. So there is a battery company. So the old alkaline batteries, which was there, you have to put water, the distilled water every time. Have you seen those batteries? Now that is gone. Now we have got powdered batteries. Now that is also gone. Now you've got lithium batteries, solar charged batteries, automatically charging and all these things. Okay. So are you guys able to see the old things are getting obsolete? So what this guy is asking you is, how long is the solution is going to last? Okay. So the technical thing is, how long do you have the patience to buy the new one? But you cannot talk in that language. Did you get my point? When the guy is asking you, Dada, how long is the solution going to expect to last? So here is the thing. It all depends upon how we take, do the take care of it, annual maintenance of it, wear and tear replacement of this, and the frequency of auditing about this entire thing. There are some people who are still driving an antique car. Yes or no? Fantastic condition. How many of you guys have seen? This is a very powerful example. Indian Army still uses certain cars which are absolutely spick and span, maintained in the highest possible standard, and they don't have even a small scratch also. Yes or no? Okay. So the question is it going to be obsolete? The best thing is, this is an example close you can do. Tell them the best way to answer this is, look at the Indian Army. Every part of their, by the way, let me tell you, in entire world, Indian Army has the best inventory management system in the world. They know everything. Everything is marked. Everything is detailed. Yes or no? Everything. And you will never see an army car very untidy. There is a person who will be like doing all these things every day. So they know each and everything. So it depends upon how you take care. Yeah, okay, you take care. And by the way, let me tell you, anytime, how many of you guys have seen Indian Army using Gypsy, the old Maruti Gypsy? Have you seen the quality of the maintenance? Even though the mileage is around 6, 7, whatever it is, till now, if you get that Maruti, I will be the first person to buy. Why? Because I know it has been maintained. It has not traveled, and 1 kilometer nonsensical travel has not happened. Yes or no? Okay. Guys, can I give you some powerful motivation thing to buy and not to buy? Never buy the automobile which is used by a sales guy or a marketer. You have no idea, bloody, this guy has used it like hell, right? Never buy this. Always try to buy the vehicle by dentist. They will not go anywhere, man. Where? It is not an emergency also. Where to go, man? Don't worry. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do this. Okay. A beautician. Okay. Skin experts. Skin experts, man. And no problem. We'll do it for one night. Tomorrow morning, you will be there, right? It is not an emergency. It's okay. So these people, they buy expensive cars, and you will see in next 10 years also, they have not used the car like it. Yes or no? It's a fancy drive. Yeah. Good. So again, so the question is, will it become obsolete? Point number 5. He is technically asking you, what kind of support will we receive in the long run? Okay, what if this is obsolete? So here is an answer. Few years back, the company called as Harley Davidson, they took their support system from entire India. Are you guys aware of this? Okay, they closed down the entire thing. The second company is called as Morrison and Garage. Are you aware of this? They also gone. The third company is called as Datsun. You ask me automobile, man. Automobile is here. I can tell you. Datsun gone. Daewoo Motors gone. Ford gone. But still, all this company, just for their goodwill, they all have a franchisee support system. Are you guys aware of it? They have some franchisee support system. So yeah, the company is gone. Ambassador car, Hindustan Motor, it has been locked down, probably I don't know how many years, but still you will find the spare parts, because Ambassador uses a kind of a different kind of a tire which will not match with any kind of vehicles. Only Ambassador will have the tire. Yes or no? So the spare parts are still available. So this is for the goodwill they do. So if you are a company, this is what you are going to answer. Okay. Okay. So every machine has a manufacturing date and also an expiry date. Yes or no? Or it will get an AMC date, annual maintenance. So as an organization, this is what you have to do, that the longevity of the machine is technically this. And as long as we are here, these are our plan of actions. We will be supporting your services ourselves as long as the company is there. And if it is not, we have our franchise systems. And if we need to come out of the service systems, we will first let you know before we taking over. That is a very, very nice way, very polite way, very disciplined way to answer this. Yes or no? Okay. We will let you know if any kind of changes are there. Never say the word stop, pause, change. So there are two words you can use. Okay, we will let you know if there are any kind of change management or restructuring happening in the company. Aha moment. Okay. People who are in HR, they will be very happy. This is a word which is usually used by HRs. Okay, if you need to kick out somebody from the company, say our management is undergoing a lot of restructuring and change management, for which we are trying to put the right people in the right place, and that's why I have this amazing letter for you, which says get out. Okay, so anyways, point number 6. When people say, will it become obsolete or not? So technically they are trying to mean, can this solution scale with our growth? That means we are a high-speed company. You are giving your system, product, services now, but tomorrow we will be a grown up again. That at that point of time, this is becoming obsolete. Or is there a way that you are going to grow with me? The best answer is, I'll be happy to see that day. Did you get my point? It is a very, very smart way to accept the challenge. I'll be happy to see that day when you grow beyond the kind of scope of our services. We'll be the best happiness partner for you. Are you guys able to see? You are now with the company and you are letting them win. And when the day happens, I would seek your guidance on how to come to your expectations. Aha moment. How do you guys find this is a very, very lovely answer. Very, very lovely answer. So if you can mark my words and create a book, I think today you can write a book on objection handling purely on this. Yes or no? Are you guys able to see the amount of preparation it takes, the amount of mindset it takes, the amount of calculation, the research it takes? And the thing is, I'm giving you all these things absolutely free of cost. Why? In exchange, I need a little bit of your love, blessings, punctuality, a little bit of referrals. If you can help me out, that will be great. Refer only when you feel they'll say that this program is giving you the utmost kind of things which otherwise not possible unless and until you go deeper and experience this stuff. Yes or no? By the way, can anyone tell me which book can you give me all those things? I'm giving you everything from my life stories. Okay, I'm really wanted to know, is this something that you can learn anywhere else? 666 different objections with different kind of things, different kind of mindset, different kind of thought processes, different kind of examples. Today I gave you the 4P structure. Happy? Okay, you can work on this. The next one, when people say what will happen if it becomes obsolete, so technically they might be thinking that how do you handle the feedback for improvements? So what they're trying to say is, if we find out that there are some new scope of, modifying the existing system, process, service, whatever it is, are you going to incorporate? So the answer is definitely. Did you get my point? Definitely. Do let us know very in advance, and if it is fitting in our budget, process, knowledge, we'll definitely look into that. The management. There is another word in the sales team, it's called as management. The management is open to learn and will facilitate this. And by the way, let me also tell you, I think a few years back, Mahindra, okay, Mr. Mahindra, he saw a very nice innovative product, okay, designed by a bunch of boys in Maharashtra, not Maharashtra, sorry, Madhya Pradesh in Bhopal. And they used a Bolero, Mahindra Bolero, and they made it like Tesla, automated driving. This came in a newspaper, and Mr. Mahindra was the first person to go and ask them, what kind of feedback do you want to give it for that car, and how do I do all these things? This is not only him, I think most of the companies, they do it. Yes or no? Okay, it's a very nice gesture. So sometimes they bring in these guys, they talk about the new dimensions, and Ford is very, very, what should I say, very aggressive into getting their details from the clients. So here are the two amazing points by which you can find it out. One is called feedback. One is called as the social media, the reputation management that you have. And nowadays there are many such kind of sites who are helping to solve those kind of company-based problems or design-based problems, and how to handle those situations. Okay, so how do you handle feedback for improvements? The answer is continuous improvement and value and service. These are the three things. Technically, whatever you say, the client has to accept it. Okay, so give them a priority, give them a significance, priority and significance. And third thing, give them an assurance that your feedback will be responded in so and so time. You will have an accountability manager. For example, if you write to me at office@dramitnath.in, you will definitely get a reply within next 30 hours. Guarantee. Okay, whatever it is. Okay. Point number 8. Okay. Are there options for customizations as it needs evolving? For technical equipments and machines and softwares, I do not know the exact answer, but definitely there is a way. For example, I was using a particular software. The software was not fitting into another thing. So what they did is they have something called as API. Okay, so that thing we use certain things as a middle software, middle patcher to do all. This is basically for softwares. Now, for example, I'm using Facebook and I'm using Google Doc. These two people, they don't talk to each other because Facebook is from Meta, Google Doc is by Google itself, right? And they don't talk to each other. There are certain communicating tools are there which are called as the middle tools, like Tably, Zapier, Integra, many other things are there. I use those kind of things. Yes, it's a paid version. So here is what we do. Okay, the company has certain areas that is going to be working on. If it is beyond the scope of areas, we'll also let you know. There are certain third-party tools, third-party companies are there, which will help you to do that stuff in a separate way. Fair? We will assist you what will work and what will not work. It's a very beautiful way. For example, I would like to share you my personal experience. How many of you guys know this company called Zoho? Zoho does not sell any of its software by itself. They have a sales partner. Are you guys aware of it? The sales partner sells, but they don't implement and install the Zoho in your system. That is done by another fellow. Are you guys aware of it? And if you want to do any modifications or any other things, the first guy and the second guy, even though they are not the company under Zoho, they will also not do it. There is a third guy who will do the developments and extra fittings, anything in CRM, DRM, all these things, they will do it. Are you guys able to see this? So Zoho, how they say? So we can ask Zoho the same question, right? What are the options available for customizations? So here is what Zoho says. We have partnered with some of the excellent people who knows about our systems, and they had been given training by our core team. And when you go to them, they're going to charge you an X amount, and all the customizations according to whatever is required, they'll be able to do. Thank you so much. And here is Mr. Ramesh who can do it. Boom. Are you guys getting this? So this is what is exactly happening right now. Okay. This is a very powerful way. And though here, what all things you can do? We are an open-minded company. We have a lot of collaborations. We have a JVs, we have a partnership, we have a franchisees, we have system, process, dealer, distribution, authorized distribution. These are all these things. We have a band of people who are subject matter expert exactly in your industry. Why don't you talk to them? They're going to charge part, and they would be more professional to handle the situations. Aha moment. Go talk to them. Next one. The concept is when you say, okay, will it become obsolete, this system process? What this guy is thinking is, how does your solution integrate with our future tech? That means we are giving this, and might be after 10 years, we have a new tech. So are you going to shake hand with them or not? So here is the answer. Okay, I'll give you an example, then I'll tell you how to solve this. SMS is an obsolete system. Yes or no? No. Let me tell you this. Few months back, my SIM card was not working properly. So they said, I think the SIM card is very old. I have not changed the SIM card. They took some 20, 30, 50 rupees and they gave me a new SIM card. But they said the calls will start coming after 4 hours when it is reactivated. But the SMS is going to work after 24 hours. Yes or no? Everyone knows about the system. Hello? Let me tell you, I was a beggar. Even though I had money in my account, I was technically a beggar for the 24 hours. Why? Because I had no OTP. With no OTP, I can't even go to Swiggy, Zomato, Ola, Uber, any kind of things. I cannot do any transaction, even though if I have money. Are you guys able to see this? And you say it is obsolete. So you have to understand, how to position. So what I just did is a story close. Did you get my point? It's a story. I give a story close. One day without SMS, I'm telling you, it will be very, very tough in the coming situations, coming generations. Yes or no? One day without that SMS. So this SMS, okay, by the way, people who are watching this video, let me tell you, I've invested in a company where we can help you out in mass SMS broadcasting, email broadcasting. We can also help you on voice-based SMS systems. We do it for political campaigns, rallies, campaigns from hospitals, campaigns from weather alert, campaigns from government of India, banks, and many other such kind of things. So where if you need bulk kind of things, which is like in lakhs, we can help you out in doing this SMS, voice SMS, and email, WhatsApp blasts, all these things. So the WhatsApp that you have typically has certain limitations. What we use is a kind of a relay mechanism where we can shoot more than 1 crore to 15 crores WhatsApp in a 24-hour sequence, which is, I think you understand the kind of things. How about the database? Yes, we can help you with the database as well. We have filtered workers. Usually we have, now here is my thing. The database is not ours. We tie up with certain people who are database agencies, and they have their own ways to do it. We can help you because they're partnered with us. So what did I do is I give you an example of a story. So how does the solution integrate with future tech? SMS is SMS. There are so many CRM, ERP, so many tools are there. They are all utilizing our things. Whatever is the application, whether it is PhonePe, Google Pay, or whatever should pay, they have to use the same technique because we are a very integral part. So this is a core element. So you can showcase your core, unique, authentic genuinity, and this is where the entire industry is revolving. The SMS is the core element. Yes or no? One day not SMS, your identity is finished. Are your Aadhaar card will be stopped, man. If you are in a business, you will not be able to find your GST also without the OTP. Yes or no? Baat karte hain. Are you guys getting this? Superpower. Awesome. Now let's come to the last, the 10th one. Okay, guys, I'm just putting it number 10 because of the constraint of time. But there is a lot of things beyond this. The question is, will it become obsolete? This guy is thinking about, will the maintenance cost increase over time? And the answer is, albat, 110%, sir. Did you get my point? Never say, no, sir, we'll work in the same price. No way. So here is what you can do. So this is a beautiful way to do. Yes, there will be maintenance. If it is a maintenance in the standard system, within the same stuff, within the warranty period, there will be certain periods which is called as your flexible period. The company gives you free service, free warranty, replaceable guarantee, blah, 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 blah. Yes or no? But if it is beyond that, and it is not under the terms and conditions, we will guide you to the most reliable sources who can help you to work on these points. Good one? You don't want to buy our product? No problem. Okay. So I would like to give an example of this. How many of you guys know this company called 3M? Okay, 3M, you know. Any sticker, any cleaning thing, Scotch Brite, okay, any gum, any sellotape, the best quality is 3M. Any kind of this car films, any film, anywhere, this is always the 3M. Now, there are some company, they come with a factory fitted 3M thing. The same thing with Apollo tires. When the the car comes out, you know, there is a particular kind, Continental Modi tires. So they have certain things. If you want to buy separate other thing, you need to pay extra. We can help you to get it sorted. If you want the same company recommended thing, then this is our standard price. Are you guys getting this? Okay. By the way, I'll just let you know, 3M is the company which has the maximum amount of patents every year. They are record holder in taking patents every year. So DADA has done a little bit of IPR, intellectual property rights law, and this is a case study that I've studied. And let me tell you, these guys are ruthless in innovation, new techniques, implementations, and the way of operations. Please come down to Bangalore. Just go to their factory in Electronic City. You will be able to see how big, how vast is that structure. Huge, amazing. The maintenance, the positioning, the kind of Kaizen technologies they use, Awesome. So the question is, will the maintenance cost increase over a period of time? The answer is depends. Hello? I'm sharing you the word. The answer is called depends. The depends word is a very, very tactical answer. Depends upon what? That is the second question. That's the second objection. Are you guys getting this? So that's called relay of objections. So you might say, okay, depends on what? So depends upon at that point of time, might be we have already done some new changes. For example, in your phone, there are certain auto upgrades are happening. Yes or no? How many of you guys know whether it is iPhone, Macintosh, or whatever it is? So there are certain upgrades we will do without your knowledge. Now, knowledge is not the right word. Without you have to buy anything. But there are certain upgrades you have to do based on the licenses you have to do. Getting me? For example, you have purchased the computer, no problem. So Windows will do certain things all by itself when the auto upgrade happens. Yes or no? Free. But if you need to get some extra things, let's say you want to have Microsoft Office or some other things to be installed, so they have a license. Within the license period, all the upgrades are automatic. Beyond the license period, you have to probably get some guidance. Yes or no? Okay. So the answer is depends, and the depends should be always with an explanation. Okay. Depends on what? Depends on what factors, what processes, what attributes. So that brings to the end of today's session. I hope the session was powerful enough to tell you. Now here comes the gift. Okay. So this is the last part. Here comes the gift. So the gift is today in the morning, not morning, in the afternoon. Okay. Technically, we closed one deal. And this is the exact processes. I've given a small statement there. Please have a look. This is something that you must have got it. It's called as money objection. And you can download this. So the problem is always the money. And this is what I exactly asked him. Okay. I asked him, if you had money, do you feel this would help you? Okay. And I've given you certain conditions at what time you should ask. Though there is a particular condition. So look at the answer. Whatever is the answer, don't worry. I'm telling you, don't worry about the answers. Answer doesn't make anything. There is a particular way to pre-frame, and it will direct automatically the guy to technically buy your product all by himself, and you don't have to put any effort other than asking these 4 questions. It's a very powerful thing. And whatever he says, yeah, if it isn't budget, I would have done it. Okay, so budget is the problem. So here how you answer it is, don't show your urgency, just say, I'm curious. Why would you do though? That means, I mean, why? So he will have an explanation. Always remember, the client always lies. Okay. Earlier, 2 years back, when probably I have not done so much of calls in my life, I used to say the client may be lying, but I'm telling you, client will lie. Money is never the problem. Your value positioning system is the problem. You have not put enough value that the guy is able to compare it by whatever the perception he has. The third thing out of the 4 questions is, are you open to a different perspective? Are you guys able to see? I have not said, are you open for a new change, or are you open for a new perspective? And there is a way to talk about this. You need to speed up the first 4 letters. Are you open to a different perspective? Okay, so when you do that, this typically gets you a yes. Because curiosity always makes people to listen more. So technically, your job is not to close the deal, but to get an extra attention of around 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Did you get my point, sir? Hello? Good. Now let's look at the closing lines, okay? Have you considered what happens if the problem remains unsolved for the next 3, 6, 12 months, whatever, okay? You need to drag this out, rules, and then you tell this, okay? You tell this entire thing. For our clients, it was more expensive to keep living with their problems than to find the money to do it. How can you resolve that, so you can get whatever is the outcome, okay? And this is my suggestions. Don't do the thinking for them. After you have asked this question, keep quiet. Keep quiet. they will find their answers, because this is the turning point. This is the turning point. Have you considered what happens if the problem remains unsolved, and then give a small pause, and then you ask, the same problem remains. Imagine 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, an entire whole year. How many of you guys are able to see? It is not the questions, it is how you ask the questions. So unless and until you come to the dojo and practice all these things, or you record by yourself, even if you have all these fantastic things, I'm openly challenging you, will not be able to close even 1 rupee also. Yeah. So it is an art with finesse. It is not an art of memorizing, accumulating, and all those ones. So how many of you guys found this hack, the cheat sheet that I gave it to you, is powerful? There's 4 questions, exact way, talk the same way, and I'm sure. So again, cheat sheet, I can give it to you, but how do you use that? When do you use that? What is the kind of the flow, the tonality, the volume, the pitch? All these things are going to be powerful. So my name is Dr. Amit, and if you found this video, if you have hacked into it, or you have probably sneaked in, or somewhere someone has referred to you, let me know how do you feel about it. And this is a session which I call it as Dojo with DADA, where we help with more than 666 different kind of objection handling sequence. This is probably, I might not know, might be the largest ever repository designed for objection handling sequences. Everything has been, shared with my experiences. I'm giving it to you as an as a gratitude, you can say, for being there with me or listening to me. And if you want to know more about it, or you want to get into this, the program that we call it as called FEST, Finance Excellence Strategy Technocrats, or else you can write RMO, reach me out with your phone number, and definitely somebody from the team is going to connect with you. And let us meet. If it is something doable, we can start working tomorrow, or as soon as possible. My team can figure it out. If it is not, we'll politely tell you this is not something that can happen, and you can be guided to somebody else. So with that, I'll pause the recording, and people who are watching this in any goddamn places, if you want to connect with us, just type in RMO and with your phone number, or else you type in PDF. We're going to share you the PDF and this entire script as well. Just type in script or PDF. I'm going to give it to you. Till the time, enjoy, start closing, start helping, and grow your processes. Bye-bye.